What up, my freaks? Ruinous Insight here with part 6 of my Total Warhammer 2 modded Rakarth campaign. So as we saw last time, we've taken over most of the lands of Marienburg with the exception of Fort Bergbrus and are headed back to Grungzint in order to fight off the rebellion here. Although, now that I'm looking at it, do we even want to bother with this? We're at 54% vampiric corruption and it's rising to 88. I feel like this place is just going to get non-stop rebellions permanently, which is kind of an issue. We could just ignore it and go straight for Fort Bergbrus, for example, or I mean, at the very least, we could probably farm the rebellion once. Another problem is, let's see, Kurun. I guess we need to switch you. I mean, you're still okay, but we are going to lose the sacrifice to authority, the plus 10 public order. Oh, yeah, okay, so Grungzint is completely screwed, isn't it? Okay, so yeah, you know what? We're gonna switch you back to public order, and I think everything else is fine. You're already in public order, so you'll be losing public order in a bit. Marienburg, I guess you will also be losing public order, but you have walls, so you're not really nearly as concerned. What do we got over here in Karond Kar? Okay, so we got a somewhat interesting situation here because you, Shakara, we need to get you some artillery. We can't really head out and fight these Skull Islands until we get you said artillery. The problem is we can't really upgrade it until we get this out of Karond Kar. What we could do in theory is delete the Dark Elf residence, let's say, at Slaver's Port in a single turn. Also delete this mustering hall. Then basically switch these two around. And then build the mustering hall here to level 3, because it's going to take forever to upgrade this. And yes, we could technically build it here, but then it'll take 3 more turns. And since this is going to take a while, I'd rather start doing it now. I mean, I think that might be the only decent option that we've got here. Yeah, it's going to screw up the growth of Karond Kar a little bit, but whatever. We can't go to Skull Islands until we have artillery, just because they have artillery and this army is basic and full of trash units. I mean, I guess we could replace some of the trash units with the expensive as hell monsters that we got out here, but they're so expensive that that would probably screw up our income so much that it probably wouldn't be worth it. Anyway, well, I'll figure it out as we go, shall I? Let's see. I believe with that we could just end the turn. Let me wait, just double check. No, Fitting, you don't need to do anything. I guess you can head out here to Weismund to figure out what's going on over there. I think there was something I wanted to do with the... oh, in one turn we do get the Convocation of Hunters. And, well, we can't really use the Sacrifice to Mathland, but otherwise, let's do that. Well, let's end the turn.
Tread carefully.
Plan Rictus, we're already trading with you, so I don't really care about anything else, so we're not going to bother non-aggressing with you, because we will attack you eventually. Not right now, but it's coming. And Wolfric, you, my friend, want a military alliance. Wow, that's pretty up there. But you're going to probably continue growing in positive rating with us, so I feel like it's probably not necessary. Let's just get military access with you, just to increase the amount of... cash that we get, or the amount of reputation that we get, rather, not cash. 300. Will you won't even give us 300 out here. Just, you have no economy, do you? Damn Norskins. They ruined Norska. Let's see. Marienburg, you want peace treaty, right? Yeah, you do want a peace treaty. Now you just have the fort left over. Well, that's a crying shame for you. Oh, Chimera on the Bloody Hound. You are going to attack Fort Bergbrus, aren't you? What the hell? Why did we go over here? Shagrath. Don't care about Shagrath. I care about... Oh, well, we can't get a new technology, though, so let's get the Harpy upgrade, I guess. I mean, I suppose we could upgrade the Black Ark Corsair. Well, fighting at sea would help. But we also have the... You know what? The Harpies need more help, I feel. Let's see. Phidian, you, my friend, are going to check out the Black Pit first. Or Weismund first. Does it matter? Not really. I guess we could go there and then up there to Midland after that. Oh, where are you going? Oh, are you going to grab the Black Pit? You know what? I don't care enough. Succeeded. Hey, a free Fimir Balefiend. Post-battle chance of stealing a magic item. I'll certainly take it. Isn't that a Chaos follower? Huh. Go figure. Okay, let's go. Income, slave trade, assault garrison, like so. Oh, these guys might take the Black Pit for themselves. Well, whatever. Whatever. Can you carry the Balefiend for us? Yes, you can. Perfect. That certainly works out. Do we have any free items that we could put on you? Guess we could put a feather torque on you. Well, I guess, at least for now, just because you're gonna have the Dark Pegasus soon. Almost at it. And then I guess you, Rakarth, are going to move into Grungzint. You know what? Yeah, let's farm the -4 crew run. Let's farm this. It's going to rebel regardless. Go right here. We should be able to get a decent amount of slaves after it. Raiding stance. We got this right to perform right now. Let's send out our hunters. And oh wait, that doesn't cost slaves. Oh, it costs sword of slaves. We could go dark warped beasts. I mean, we have the regular treasury money. We might as well spend it. And we are losing about 4 to 500 slaves per turn, so I don't really see any reason not to use this. Let's do it. And we get a free captured Black Dragon as well. Alright, let's read this, because I don't think we've done this one yet. The Beastmaster novices have returned from their journey to Karond, bringing with them a mighty Black Dragon for your monster pens, reared by the Hag Sorceress's very own High Beastmasters. The novices also bear a gift from Arathi herself, a writ of tainted gold inscribed with the mysterious incantation of ephemeral power, the likes of which you have come across before. So, we have come across before. Interesting. Okay. I thought it would be the likes of which you haven't come across before, but I guess they're familiar with it. Northern Grey Mountains, no slaves for you. Wasteland, we don't need to build anything. Aha, Karond Kar. We want to do... I mean, I guess we still go Dark Elf Manors here. We could also go Torture Posts, but we have it here. Let's go for the Conscription Halls for now. I guess in theory we could have just built the shade place and built a bunch of shades, but they're so actually they're not as expensive, at least they're not the regular shades. The dual weapons are 352 as compared to the regular ones, though. Wait, shades, dual weapons, shades with great sword. What do you have? You have 45 damage, but you don't cause bleed unlike the dual weapons. Alright, so these two shades are both obviously better because they both have a ability. One's bleed, I don't know. Oh, the other's stagger shot. Oh, lovely. Yeah, so you're not worthwhile. Even if you do have a little bit of extra range. I guess the greatsword shades do have very short range by comparison, so they're not going to function nearly as well as the dual sword type in terms of being a range army that could also fight very deadly melee. Alright, well, let's get that conscription hall up and running. I guess we'll forego the fighting pits for now and just go for yet another one of these Dark Elf Manors, just because we need the growth. Although we could just go straight up for money. But the growth is necessary, unfortunately. Alright, speaking of necessary growth, I guess we could just upgrade these as well. You know what, while we have the money, we might as well upgrade everything as much as possible. Now, you, Harganeth.
Who seeks the mistress?
No military access yet, huh? Alright, well, we'll offer you a small gift.
Agreed.
And then, you know what, we might as well offer Nagron the small gift as well, since they're still not trading. You know what, let's try to offer them a payment. 2,800. Hey, they finally get it. Alright, well then I guess we don't need to offer them any more small gifts. Well, there we go. It'll pay for itself. Well, it'll take a while, but it'll pay for itself eventually. We just need to get some more trade goods up and running. That's the main reason we're not making much. Now, Shakara, you... Oh, you can go straight to Karond Kar from here. Go. Whoa. I thought you were going to learn through the land. You gotta be kidding me, Shakara. You had to screw that one up, didn't you? I guess it was technically my fault, but nonetheless. You'll go to Karond Kar next turn. I guess we gotta wait until this is operational anyway before we retrofit your army. And I guess we'll put the Bleak Swords and the Ice Blades rather than the Bolt Fiends in here, and then maybe get a couple monsters. I'm just not entirely sure what kind of troops we should get you to be able to fight Skull Reefs, because they can get some very nice monsters. I think I've seen several Necrofex Colossuses and several of those Rotting Leviathans, and like 3 artillery pieces. We definitely need an army that could stand on its own instead of just trash, so I guess I'll think about it. Alright, let's end the turn. I forgot to move Phidian, didn't I? Or did I move Phidian? Huh, he didn't move at the end of this, so maybe I did. Alright, keep moving through this. War were declared. Scryer and Carcassonne. War between Barrow Legion and Marienburg, and none of these we really care about. Oh! Cameron, you're going to attack you're going to attack the fort yourself. Okay, well, fine. I guess I should have gone for the fort first. Yeah, I probably should have just ignored this. I don't care about it. I just want to farm the stack for free cash. And, wait. Oh, you're stuck here as well. Okay, yeah, you know what? Fine, just keep raiding them. I don't care. Just keep raiding. You have leveled up to level 15, which means we can finally get you Steel Will. Stops rampaging, gives plus 15% leadership. Monsters of the Mountains. Oh, we got a free captured War Hydra by raiding our own territory. Lovely. I will certainly take it. Hey, maybe we can give the other army a War Hydra. That would certainly shore up some of its weaknesses. And I guess we could repair Grunzint, but I'm not even sure it's worthwhile. That's only... The cost is negligible. Alright, Broken Lands. We need to upgrade you. Man, this is going to be such a waste of money. And you, I guess, are going to march stance into Karond Kar. And then we'll figure out what to do with you. And then I guess we can upgrade the Dark Elf residences as well. There we go. Alright, we're still making 2,000, but yeah, our slave income has dropped massively. Phidian. You got more ruins over here in the Black Pit? Go for it. Laurelorn Forest, Mindenheim. Oh, I'm actually surprised that more of this hasn't been destroyed by Norska. Should be doing better. Hey, oh, what? Clan Rictus is here. Wait, Rictus is all the way over here. I guess they got a random ruin. Well, you can increase slaves and assassinate, I guess, and then proceed to see what's going on at Mindenstag. Oh, they took Weissland. Okay. That's great for them. I mean, I guess it would have been a free territory for us if we cared to actually bother with it, but whatever. I wonder how many slaves we can get out of this little pathetic army. Just let the public order keep fixing itself. A lord not moved. Rakarth. Well, I wasn't intending to move Rakarth, so that's fine. And I guess that's another end turn. I wonder if you're going to win at Fort Bergbrus. Hellebron, what do you want? Defensive alliance? No, how about a military access instead? I know that we didn't have that earlier, and I did want it. Yeah, there you go. Huh, I wonder why she's wanting that stuff now. Maybe she lost an army. Interesting. Did she sail it to Ulthuan and lose it there? That's the only faction she's at war with. Oh, Fort Bergbrus goes down. I wonder which faction is going to pick that up for free, since it's not going to be us. I mean, at least not for the next few turns. Well, I would have liked to have gotten the final blow for that, but whatever. You can keep upping yourself there, little army. Let's see how many slaves. Let's see. Marienburg, Chaos Stirs. Rakarth captured another War Hydra. Yeah, I guess that is, it is beneficial to stay here because now we have unit capacity 1 out of 2. Number of available units 1. Yeah.
Submit to me.
Okay, that's fair enough. Lord not moved. No, not you. Other Lord. Other Lord. Who else has not moved? Shakara, you have also not moved, but it didn't say you haven't moved, so let's just keep you in Karond Kar. Let us delete some units. We definitely don't need 4 Dread Spears. We definitely don't need a bunch of Bleak Swords. I guess we could keep 2 Bleak Swords to help hold the line. Will they really hold the line better than Blackheart Corsairs? I mean, they have a little bit more melee defense, but their armor is quite a bit worse. Well, 25 worse. Right? Yeah, fine. We'll keep 2. Keep the 2 highest level ones. And then delete you and you. For now.
Hateful bidding.
What else can we get in here? I mean, I suppose we could go for 4 Blackheart Corsairs with handbows, 2 Blackheart Corsairs regular. That'll take us to 16, 17, 18. Oh, but then we won't have enough room for more Dark Shards, will we? You know what? Maybe screw one of these regular Blackheart Corsairs. We can always replace these after. Oh, but they're a really good unit. Do we just take out the Dread Spears? But then we'd have basically no anti-large except the giant wolves. Which are awesome. But, you know. Let me consider this for a second. I mean, I guess we could get 2 more Dark Shards with shields, which would take it to 60. You know what? Maybe we'll wait. We'll wait. We gotta wait until this upgrades to the next level anyway. So let's do other stuff. Let's upgrade this port. Oh wow, I'm thinking we don't upgrade the manors now, but I do want to get this artisan's house. And we probably want to move the torture post over here to Karond Kar proper, but we'll do that later. Shakara, you don't need to move then. Rakarth, you still don't need to move. Phidian. I guess you're gonna go to Mindenstag. Go. Haka of the Vargs. Well, you're Haka of the World Walkers now. And I believe that's it for this turn. Not really much else to do unless I'm forgetting something. Karun, oh, you upgraded. Yes. Let's go, let's go. We definitely need the torture post before this place, you know, goes Goes ploying shaped, or the situation does, and then we'll do that, and then we will get you a nice artisan's house, and we're below 10k now. We're really gonna need those Skull Islands to keep our economy humming and in good order. Trait gained Raider for Rakarth. Well, that's lovely. From raiding our own territory at that. War between Harganeth and Clan Spittel. Well, that's great for us, I think, as well.
Now,
As long as they're not fighting us and we don't have to deal with them. Defensive alliance, no, but maybe later. No promises, of course. And Grungzint, you're still not ready to go? Really? Really? Alright, well, just stay here. Just stay here, Rakarth. I don't really care. I mean, I really would like to move you and take Fort Bergbress. You know what? Yeah, I think we've stayed here long enough. Screw it. I don't care enough about this. Let's go. Grab it. Easy auto-resolve. We're obviously not going to fight that. It's a waste of time. 1,400 slaves. Not bad. And we got some free harpies as well. Alright. That went decently. You can't hit Fort Bergbress, so I guess we can move over here and then hit it up next turn. Hopefully we can still take it for ourselves right after. And then I guess we'll raid through Bretonnia and then all the way to Ulthuan. I just take the fort. We'll ignore Reichland for now. We'll see. I'll think about it. If we have to come back, we have to come back. But I'd like to just do that with another army and send Rakarth to Ulthuan, because as I said before, I don't want a repeat of the Throg campaign. Let's see, we got a Power Stone here. Yes. And I just completely guessed randomly there. I wasn't even looking at the puzzle. I tend not to like to waste my time with that. Although I do wonder if you get more XP. I really, really do wonder. Whatever. Too late. Shakara. Can you start getting stuff? Alright, let's get you another Dark Shard with shields. Oh wow, the non-shielded ones are considerably stronger. And I guess the Bolt Fiends are shielded ones, so we could have 2 shielding 3. Let's do that then. Let's have 3 unshielded. And just for the extra damage. Makes sense to me. And then we'll just spread the regular shielded ones out in front of them to tank their damage. We'll get 1 more Black Arc Corsair with hand bows. And then 1 more of these Black Arc Corsairs. We're at 17 now. And then we'll be at 18, 19. And then I guess 20 with the Feral Mammoth. Oh, we'll no, wait, that won't work. We'll have to delete something in order to get a couple of Reaper Bolt Throwers. Wow, all our cash, though. Man, we need to keep our slave income up, because that's the only reason we have a decent amount of money right now. What do we delete, then? I mean, I guess we could delete a couple of these Reaper Bolt Throwers. Or maybe we just take out the Dread Spears. I'd really rather have the Black Arc Corsairs. Yes, they have less HP, and yes, they cost more, but they're a lot more versatile. I mean, or we could take out the Bleak Swords because the Dread Spears hold the line better. I don't know. I think I'm gonna take out the Dread Spears. Screw it, because we have 3 units of Bleak Swords, and this will be a sword-heavy, I guess, little force, like so.
Noble blood.
It'll severely decrease the amount of units that we have in terms of our melee, but, well, not much we could do about it. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yeah, okay, perfect. Perfect. We just, I mean, it would be nice to get a mage in here, but we can't afford a mage, can we? In terms of recruitment capacity, we can only have 1 right now. Sorceress, rather. Yeah, we need to build a sorceress thing somewhere. You know what? We need to get more torture posts just to decrease the slave decline rate. Ooh, wow, you're almost maxed out. Current slaves. Oh, yeah, you're just almost at max. Damn. Yeah. Well, whatever. What can you do? I believe with that we can end yet another turn, especially since we can't build or upgrade anything because we're out of cash. So let's end it. Gotta get those Skull Islands. Military alliance between Eataine and Yvresse. Interesting. We are still going to fight Yvresse with Rakarth momentarily. Well, not momentarily, but we are going to start moving over there momentarily. Even if the fights are not going to happen momentarily. Maybe I just wanted to say momentarily. Don't at me. Let's see, decline and keep going. I'm just amusing myself over here. And there we go. Sacrifice to Mathland performed. We got an evil choir master. Well, as long as the choir master is evil, I think I can approve. You are going to grab Fort Bergbress off colonization cost. No, whatever. Take it. colonize, and then... Oh, wow, it'll take a while. But it's fine. Province secured. I guess we could heal up while raiding, unless Gisoro is getting attacked by Mr. Morglor over here. Whatever. I'm not really scared of the Skull Smashers or whatever that particular orc host is called. Dark Pegasus for you. There you go. Alrighty. And yeah, look at that. 500 slaves per turn dropping. Damn. And I guess we start upgrading this. At least, wait. Can this place have a negative public order or no? I don't actually know. Can it have positive public order? Does it even have public order? It's 0-0 right now. But is that because we just took it? What's it at? It's at a perfect 24 versus a 24. Ah, it's... Well, that's confusing. What if the military presence were gone? Would it still be like that? It's still 0. Without the military presence. -7, and... Oh, it just perfectly balances everything itself out. Oh, damn it, but now you can't go back into... Screw that up, because you're now not going to... Wait, what if you go into raiding stance right here? Nothing happens. And you can raid. Oh, yes, Rakarth. We'll do that then. And I guess with this then, we will not do a local province thing. We will go sacrifices for Kane. 3% charge, but 5% charge bonus faction-wide. Gotta go with faction-wide then. Sacrifices for Kane. It's not like the slave decline rate matters, especially if we're gonna get no slaves here. Even though it's a fort. Alright, you. Did you already go to Middenstag? I don't remember. Yes, you did. We gotta find another ruin then. Oh, there's one right here. Ha ha ha. Okay. Let's... I guess we could send you over there, but you're getting sort of close to rank 10, which means we can send you back to buff up our slave income. Let's just go to Altdorf then. Wait, we could go back to Black Pit. Never mind. And search those ruins over there. Humphrey von Wolfen. Shakara. You're not ready yet, yeah? 2 more turns, okay. And then we get everything we want. Well, not everything. You never get everything you want. In life as in Total Warhammer. This episode has turned real depressing real fast. Alright, let's let's demand Highborn Hostage, that's fine. I guess we could upgrade one of these, but I really don't want to waste all of our cash here. We will upgrade this for more cash, though. And we will upgrade this for more cash. There we go. Good enough for me. Let's end another turn, and then let's, I don't know, raid something else with Rakarth if we can. Wait, so forts can never get rebellions? That's interesting. Well, maybe I guess that there are no surrounding villages, so there's nobody to rebel, in theory. Except for the garrison, and I guess the garrisons in this game don't really rebel. Military alliance between Hmong and Hargeneth. Well, I was never planning to attack the Hmong. I don't want to attack the Norskins. We got some free wolves. Rakarth, if you go to Gisoro, how many slaves do you get out of it? 94? Oh, that is nothing. Who owns Mafa? Okay, well, let's move here then. They're not going to appreciate it, but a little bit better, but we're not healing enough. We can move through the... Wow, these places all have no economy. Bordelot is the closest one. I was hoping to heal to full, but apparently the game's not going to let that happen. Alright, well, let's just keep moving. I'd like to still go down to Bordelot. And you moved back into Gisors. I didn't actually want you to do that, but I guess you didn't want to cross here. Okay, Rakarth, okay, you do you, buddy. You do you. Are you ready to go? Where are you headed? Are you going to fight Ivres, Hellebron? Why are you fighting Ivres with, like, a single stack with 9 units? That's trash, and you know it's trash, Hellebron. Why are you acting like it isn't? Okay, Phidian. Let's send you back to Black Pit. Search them ruins. And can you reach there in a single turn? Yes, you can. We know that the Skaven are there, so we will be able to search it for free and get free XP. Perfect. I wish that there was another Skaven structure here so we could do this there, but oh well. I guess go through assault units for now. Oh wait, will any of this be helpful? Dark Venom, weapon damage, no. Black Lotus, additional success chance for assassinate. Oh, they all give additional success chance for assassinate. Otherwise not helpful. Oh well. Too bad for you. Or I guess actually too bad for us. Okay. Let us proceed. Settlement upgrade available, don't care because we're not willing to spend that amount of cash on it right now. Rakarth, keep moving. I guess while we're moving through all this, at least we're getting free beasts for the pens. To Yvresse we go, come on now. And Grungzen's gonna rebel again, but I don't care. I'm just gonna leave it. I'm gonna let it die. Because the other option is to attack these guys and take Blackstone Post. I mean, in theory we could. What's the public order here? Or rather, what's the corruption here? The local populace is 1, so if we were to destroy them and Karak Ziflin... But look how much... We'd spend so much cash going through... Oh, but they do have dyes, marble, and... Oh, that's a lot of trade goods. Man, do we attack these guys? Do we attack Chem? I wasn't gonna attack Chem, but now that I think about it, it might be beneficial. Although the only problem here is, or one of the main problems here is that we're very badly hurt. We're not allied with you in any way, right? No. You got nothing. And we do get a massive amount of money. The only problem is, what kind of garrison do you have here? Oh, my mouse keeps double-clicking, so when I press these... you have a fairly okay stack, but your garrison of Blackstone Post is kind of garbo.
Tamer of dragons.
Oh, you get Bracchus. We're not going to get Bracchus this turn. In fact, we'll hold on to that point. We'll get Bracchus right before attacking Blackstone Post and clear the walls. As best we can, anyway. Chikara. You are finally going to get your 2 Reaper Bolt Throwers. And then we're going to summon a, let's say, Mammoth and 2 units of... And these 2 elites, and then we'll head out to Skull Island. See if that's good enough. We'll also get the Raven Heralds for Rakarth, just because I love that unit. I absolutely love it. I don't know anybody who doesn't love that unit. I wish that you could build them, like many, many of them. Just have a force of them, because they're that great. Let's get... I mean, can you go back to Middenstag yet? No, it doesn't look like it can. We could assault the garrison here for free levels, or we could head to Altdorf. I mean, these guys are going to... Actually, they don't hate us as much as I thought they did. Alright, let's just head back down here. We can annoy Middenland. They're never gonna like us. Oh, Salzenmund is under siege. Okay. Boudica and Rakarth. Yeah, just stay where you are. Yeah, I think like we're going to attack these guys. If we want to keep Grungzint, but more importantly, if we want to get the free dyes and iron and all that stuff, free trade goods to make money off of, we gotta get all this stuff. Unfortunate though it may be. Let's get, not chartered piracy, but naval training first, just for the free +3 attack when fighting at sea, because we will be taking islands with Shakara, at least until we replace her with a much better lord. Grungzint, we're not going to level you up because you're probably going to get attacked and destroyed. We'll just recolonize you as we get back to you. Hopefully the orcs don't jump over and take it, but... I mean, in theory, what we could also do is take the Blackstone Post right before that happens, and then force the rebellion to occur there. It's another option. I'll think about it. Alright, now we do have limited time, well, 20 minutes remaining in this episode, so I would really like to get that Skull Island fight, because I feel like it's going to be a fun and difficult fight, because this is, you know, basically a trash army, so... Oh, Conquata, you finally gotten to the next point. Yes. Thank you, Conquata. You are good. Yeah, how do we go from 97 or something, 95% slave to 48 in a single turn? Damn. Or was it 2 turns? Regardless of what it was, I don't appreciate it. Let's end the turn and let's proceed to next. Oh, if you move out of here, Chem, you're screwed. Tretch, buddy, non-aggression, no. I love you, man, but no.
We have a visitor.
Wolfric, you want a defensive alliance? You want a straight-up military alliance? We already got the military access. You are dropping with us now, probably because of great power. You know what? Maybe we go defensive with you? I'd like to keep these guys happy. I really, really would. But maybe later. I also don't want to get embroiled in a bunch of extra wars over here because we can't. We don't have enough armies to defend the territory that we currently own. Ugrok, we're going to attack you later as well. Don't you worry, buddy. Don't you worry. Rakarth's got time for everyone. He's just cool like that. Alrighty, Brackhurt's come. We got another War Hydra. We're actually out of War Hydra space now, aren't we? I think so. Alright, so this is going to be interesting. So, let us... I mean, I guess we could keep the Sacrificial Dread Spears. We will take the Dark Shards, put them into one unit, delete you. Then we're going to go Raven Heralds. Do these guys get the free melee defense from Rakarth? No, they don't. I mean, I guess it'll buff up his airports. We can always delete them later if we feel like we need to. I just think it's a really cool unit. I want them in there. Rakarth, Bracchus, time to come out to play. No creature outmatches the Black Dragon Bracchus in terms of sheer cruelty and the ability to inflict pain, save for Rakarth himself. Well, ain't you just a match made in whatever the Druchii version of hell is. Let's see, Shakara. You are ready to go as well. A 1-2, recruit. And let's get your ringer, which is going to be a feral mammoth. Yes, it'll probably rampage. I mean, if we were to get the Charybdis, it would never rampage, would it? Oh, and the War Hydras aren't even here anymore. I thought they'd be here, but like 2 out of 2. Oh, wait. Okay, we really need the upgrade that gives us... Wait.
Bow before Rakarth.
Yeah. Bow before Rakarth, buddy. You have an upgrade here. I just want to check 2 things. You can't see Hydras here either. Just the Charybdises, whatever. But if we were to get only the strongest survive, unit capacity +2 all monsters from monster pens. Wait, so we max out at 4 of each kind of unit from monster pens? Really? That seems a little bit unfortunate. Like, so late game, we basically can't use a lot of these monsters anymore? Kind of disappointing. How much Charybdis is 454 in Rakarth's force when he's raiding? Although he's not going to be raiding much longer. It is... Wait. It's 518 here. Whereas in your force, it'll be... Also 518. I mean, that's expensive, but maybe we go for Charybdis here. Yes, it won't have its breath, but I feel like the problem with the Mammoth is that it'll rampage and you have no way to stop it. Whereas the Charybdis is anti-large specialized, and since we deleted our Dread Spears, we really need an anti-large unit, don't we? Alright, fine. I've convinced myself, and hopefully convinced you guys as well. There we go. This is all going to be very, very costly, but what can you do? Shakara, move in. Let's see if we can't level you up and get you to 10 and then replace you. Sorry, but them's the breaks. Hopefully this force is strong enough to delete a Skull Island force. I guess we're about to find out. Rakarth, you have to siege this. Oh, we have to attack this right now, don't we? Oh, this is going to be dangerous. Huh. I wonder if we can win this. We're at half HP on basically everybody. I mean, we don't have to do it right now. We could go all the way to Fort Bergbrest or even back to Grungzint and just farm another stack. Or we could play this really riskily. You know what? I like to play it riskily. I don't know whether we can manage to pull this off, but I'm certainly very willing to try. Let's do it. Yeah. Alright, now who are you at war with? Carrick, Ziflin, Bastan, and Reichland. They all despise us, do they not? I want to check this way. Bastan, what if we join war against the Barrow Legion? Will you give us some free cash? You're also very weak, damn. You'll barely give us any cash. Well, I guess it's better than no cash. Low. Alright, so you'll only give us like 500. That's something. There we go. We have joined war now. And then we'll destroy you afterwards anyway. Rakarth. Well, I did say I want to get the Bretonnians. Let's go. Blackstone Post. I wanted to ally with Kem, but, you know, can't always do it. We got Bracchus right now, right? Yeah, Flying Monster. Perfect. Oh, we'll have Bats versus Harpies. That'll be interesting. The Harpies have very high charge bonus and melee attack, whereas the Bats have very high melee defense, but also no armor. But the bleed from the Harpies should be able to destroy them. Well, they actually also have fairly decent melee defense. I really wish that they had a little bit of armor, though. And we have 3 units of Karond rates plus the Hex weights to contend with as well. Alright, well, I guess I'm going to make this into a cinematic battle, because this just seems like a grand old time, so let's do it. Alrighty, here we go. Let's hope that this wasn't too great a risk, because if we lose too many units, we're going to have to wait for, you know, several turns while we rebuild, unless we can replace them with monsters, although that's a very a distinct possibility. I'd love to not lose high-leveled Hydras and stuff like that. I guess it remains to be seen, so we are going to have to do this very, very systematically, which means first starting off in the standard destroy towers with artillery sort of thing that you gotta do, and then there are a lot of units to take care of, as well as an air force. I can't really wait to get the harpies in on fighting the bats, and man, they look really weird when it's sped up to max, but since the artillery fires so slow, and because it is a damaged artillery, since we're coming into this battle damaged, we gotta contend with having only 3 Reaper bolt throwers available, so they're not going to kill the towers nearly as fast. So, let's wait, let's play some Hungry Hippos, etc. And I guess we could check out some of the units on the enemy field. We got the Vargulf here. You gotta love the Bat Hulks. They're very, very fun to use, and they're nigh on unkillable when you're healing them and when you're playing the Vampire. Can't get your standard units of the skeletons. I'm just noticing that the Barrow Legions has this blue color, and I really like that. It's a nice color scheme. Their Graveguard look nice as well. Might not be my favorite color scheme for the Vampire Counts, but it's better than the ones with the red coats. And oh, the mains of the Direwolves are also going to be the same. Nice. Nice. Let's just take a look at some of the other units. We got more spears here as well. Back here, well, we can't see anything on Hex rates or Karen rates, obviously. We got Kem himself on his little horsey back here. And I take it, wait, is Krell, he has to summon Krell, doesn't he? He doesn't, he's not on the map constantly in SFO, is he? I don't recall. I don't see him anywhere. I feel like I'd spot his symbol if I saw it. But anyway, in the meantime, we are just about ready to go. We're going to get our first breath down into this blob of enemy units with the first of Bracchus's breaths in general. There we go. Let's see how much damage that dealt. About obliterated a unit of Graveguard, badly damaged a unit of zombies, and did a little bit more damage, but otherwise we're going to have to wait. We are going to move up the rest of our units in, including all of our Harpies and Boudica, to start casting all those Flocks of Doom, because there are a lot of piles of relatively weak units which shouldn't resist it too much because they don't have a lot of armor. So we should be able to get a lot of mileage out of that particular spell. We're also going to move in the Raven Heralds, of course, and their purpose is going to be fairly simple. It's going to be to snipe enemy elite units. The Vargulf is probably a good target for them, and I guess the Corpse card as well. We're also going to summon up a Feral Manticore, and I decided that I was so eager to get into the battle of the air forces here, the bats versus the harpies, that I was going to summon the Manticore and just go in. The bats do have quite a lot of that melee defense, and while I don't remember what their numbers are in comparison to the harpies, let's see, 80 units of them apiece compared to the 40 of the harpies because they are damaged. So that means there's more bats on the field than there are harpies. Interesting. What's our weapon strength at? 33. The Harpies are hit considerably harder, though. But, oh, their leadership is surprisingly high. 71. Huh. Nice. I didn't think that such a basic unit... Well, I guess Kem is buffing them up, but he's not super high level. There we go. We're going to send in our Manticore right into the center of this. Wow, look at it getting swarmed by these bats. And the reason for this, to do that, as well as the same thing with Rakarth over here, who appears to be killing 4 bats per hit, or, yeah, 4 or 5 down there, was so that the Harpies can flank the bats and try to do a little bit more damage. Look at that swarm and destroying that poor Manticore. How much damage has it taken? Actually, not a crazy amount. It does have 70 armor, which is not too bad. I do imagine it'll rampage sooner rather than later. But otherwise, let's see how well our Harpies do. 5,800, and they're at 40, and then I guess we'll see what their final numbers are after this Air Force battle. It's been a while since we had one like this, although it's honestly kind of hard to tell Harpies apart from bats, at least the non-Crows of Cain Harpies, because they at least glow red, and therefore you can tell them apart. But the regular gray-looking Harpies are they just blend in with the bats so well. Ooh, I like how they fly up in the air like that. That's nice. So they're not all in a single blob. There's actually, you know, volume to the blob. Someone, whoa, what is that? Oh, that's just the disintegration of the feral manticore, I take it. All right, we are dropping bats and harpies all over the place. This is really cool. I'm actually, just because of this, I'm glad that we went in on this. I mean, yeah, we wanted all those trade goods, but this is fun as well. Now, let's see. Let's slow down a bit. Let's see how we're doing in terms of damage here. Some of the harpies have taken, they've taken about half damage from what they started with. It's quite impressive. The bats seem to be a lot worse on paper. They don't have bleed, and they don't have a lot of the other stuff that these guys do, but the harpies are having quite a difficult time here. Plus, the harpies have flaming attacks here because they're near Rakarth, who is adding his banner of the Eternal Flame here, so that's also buffing up their weapon damage and stuff. And yet, the damage is there. Maybe it's just because they don't really have the numbers here. I don't know. But yeah, it's really cool to see them drop like this while they fight. And there we go, we got a little bit of a debuff on with Rakarth just because I saw how many of the harpies were taking damage, and I think it's about to hit critical mass here, i.e. all the bats will crumble and fall in a second. There we go. We see the masses falling now. Finally, the harpies have won, but they've taken about half HP. So, I mean, it was pretty good. I mean, they did have the help of Rakarth and the help of Boudica and the help of a summoned feral manticore. I think I got a Flock of Doom in there as well. So considering, I feel like if it was just harpies on bats at half HP, the bats might have won. Over here, in the meantime, while that bat fight was going on, I couldn't look away because it was too entertaining. The Raven Heralds did manage to bring down ye old Bat Hulk. Feel a little bit sad about the Bat Hulk, but hey, what can you do? I find them adorable. And now the Raven Heralds are going to snipe the next elite unit that we have down here, which is going to be the Corpse Cart. They are basically out of ammo, though. But, you know, it takes quite a bit to bring down a Bat Hulk, after all, because they do have regeneration, quite the HP pool of that. Fortunately, the Corpse Cart is not really as durable as that anywhere near so I think it'll go down without much problem. Oh, it looks like some of our arrows have clipped some of our harpies over here, which we really didn't need, but it happened anyway. The harpies still going strong, though they are going to drop on top of the walls and start applying all their damage to these zombies up here. Harpies absolute heroes in this particular battle. Oh, and it looks like the enemy is going to it's going to send some Karond Wraiths over here. Not actually a horrible matchup for the harpies because the Karond Wraiths are better against more elite units, but considering that they have very few units left and they are fairly low in leadership, plus the Karond Wraiths can terrify them away, so that is not going to be as good. This Harpy unit is terrified and broken, it appears, and I think there's another one, or is that the single one? Kind of hard to tell. At least the Crows of Cain are always doing good. I wish that they could heal themselves. I mean, wait, do they have regeneration? I feel like they have something other than... Yeah, they do have regeneration, but I wish they could heal themselves by dealing damage or something. I guess the regeneration is keeping them alive. We are going to have to move away with the rest of the harpies, though, because that was a little bit too much. Unfortunately, it does look like our murderous prowess pops. Our Hydra is working away on the gatehouse, but obviously it takes forever because the Hydras don't seem to be all that great at it. This is just another reason that we really want to get a Mammoth in Rakarth's force, just to get the wall breaker trait on somebody. I guess the Hydras are too weak to break down a wall in that way. And over here we have our Raven Heralds, who did run out of ammo, but are still able to, you know, charge in and help. And once again, they're just such a cool unit. I really wish SFO had added the ability to build many of them, or maybe just use their model to build another similar unit. I mean, there's definitely more than one unit of Raven Heralds. They should exist. I remember reading about them in the lore. So yeah, I feel like it's perfectly feasible that there's more than, what, 60 of them or something in the entire, 40 of them maybe? They're 31, so maybe they're 40 maxed out. Yeah, anyway. Let's keep wrecking face here, shall we? I suppose the Dark Riders have taken their place here. Well, regardless, we are doing okay here. Rakarth took a little bit of damage out there, but that's fine. Boudica is going to keep spamming her spells. I think Rakarth is getting ready to breathe on these Karond just to try to delete them as fast as possible. There we go. Right into the screen there. And it's a lovely breath effect. It does get a... You know, it does do a decent amount of damage to these Karond. It didn't hit quite right, unfortunately. I was hoping it would go for the entire length, sort of perpendicular to the... Oh, wait, parallel, rather, to the formation and just hit them all, but it didn't quite do that. It sort of missed and sprayed out here, but oh well. What can you do? Rakarth should be able to cause a critical binding just by charging them, and then they will crumble right off of that. Fairly well Karond, or at least soon enough. You just got to keep attacking them. Rakarth, don't get bogged down by zombies. That's exactly what they want. Oh wow, that one bite knocked down a lot of zombies though. And we got more of these guys crumbling. Bracchus jumping around like a dog. Oh, having a decent time. And oh, I guess I haven't taken a look at Bracchus yet. Oh, he has purple eyes. Do the regular black dragons have purple eyes, or do they have like green eyes or yellow eyes? Maybe, I don't remember. I'm gonna check when we get another regular dragon. But it's a nice model. I like the armor on the horns as well. He looks like he's smiling. Bracchus is a happy dragon. He gets to nom his enemies. I wonder how powerful Bracchus is in terms of comparison to Imric's dragons, personally. Although, obviously, you can't separate Rakarth from Bracchus. Obviously, Imric one-on-one would probably obliterate Bracchus with the greatest of ease. He's a beast master, and he doesn't have nearly the kind of stats that Imric does after defeating all those dragons. He is an absolute beast, the kind that Rakarth unfortunately cannot master, but Rakarth's forces are quite nice, and I am very much enjoying his start, so, you know, I'm not going to say that Imric is winning out just because he could beat Rakarth in a combat. Plus, Rakarth has some very, very nice buffs to his army, just adding monstrous prowess. I'm just gonna keep calling it monstrous prowess. Murderous prowess to the units alone is very, very powerful. To the beasts alone, just that buff, and that's without considering all the other buffs. Now, one of our Hydras went through and got in here and is going to start attacking all these units. Bracchus and Rakarth are still going to keep fighting up there, and we are going to continue with our Flocks of Doom. And yeah, we're getting some nice animations and fights out here. I guess this is one of the advantages of attacking under strength and being having to be systematic about stuff. You get to fight a lot, and the battle doesn't end in like 2 seconds. Which I certainly can appreciate. Alrighty, and the gate opens up. While the gate was open, I kept trying to get the Charybdis, or the other Hydra that's currently in wait behind the Charybdis, to try to breathe through the gate on top of these units, but unfortunately couldn't quite manage it. I think we've wasted all of our breaths from Rakarth's dragon, so there was no other breath that we could do on this blob. Just a bunch of Flocks of Doom, and hope that we can break the gate. Although it's only at 16%, it takes a really, really long time to break it with one of these monsters. I think that's why we really need the Mammoth, I guess. I accidentally did waste one of the 3 breaths of Rakarth. I tried to get him to breathe on this unit of Karond while he was flying back from that aerial battle, and he ended up breathing on this house, which didn't even crumble, surprisingly enough, but obviously the model doesn't actually crumble, but anyway. And once again, the Harpies have come back. We are missing one of them, or we're missing 2 of them now. 1, 2, 3. I think we had 5 Harpies before. In the meantime, we had Rakarth try to take down this vampire, who actually looks like did quite a bit of damage to him. He took about 15% damage fighting other stuff, but the vampire did beat him up quite a bit. Fortunately, with the help of Boudica, the 2 should be able to bring her down. Where you going? I love the jump. I love the jump that's not quite a lift up. Ooh, I also love the shadow coming off of these classic vampiric structures over here. I love the vampire counts. I can't wait for the final update to SFO that's going to buff, or not buff, or work on the vampire counts again, because I'm going to very much enjoy running them. Maybe I'll do a Vampire Coast run as well, but I definitely got to do OG vampire counts before Warhammer 3 comes out. Although I also can't wait to do vampire counts in Warhammer 3, just because, especially with the updated stuff. I haven't been watching the all the reveals of Warhammer 3 because I don't like to spoil myself, and I like to be pleasantly surprised, hopefully not unpleasantly surprised game, but I love Total Warhammer 2 so much that if Total Warhammer 3 was identical in every way, but had new factions, I would still adore it. Well, especially with the SFO. Anyway, our Charybdis has now joined, and which is quite good because it does have that Abyssal Howl leadership debuff, certainly going to help try to force all of these units to crumble faster. That effect is a little bit too much, and I believe some of you guys over the several Let's Plays have commented that there is a mod that reduces the effects, or maybe there is a option in the actual options that reduces the effects, but I haven't looked into it yet. Nice little pose up there. Rakarth, how are you doing up here? Oh, it's Krell. Yes, I remember now. Krell was summoned and decided to go after Rakarth. Rakarth is at, what, half HP, but Krell can bring him down quite quickly. I want to see what his traits are. Let's see, he's got 70 with magic attack and 50 melee defense. He's got 500 weapon strength, armor piercing, melee expert, causes terror, as well as a special aura. I don't know what the special aura is, but it's kind of too difficult to check, to be honest, without pausing, and I just don't really like it right now. But he is a fairly scary fighter in SFO. There we go. Hey, trying to get a nice view of Krell, but it's getting kind of hard. It's actually probably a good thing that he's attacking the Raven Heralds and the Crows of Cain instead of Rakarth, because Rakarth would have taken too much damage. In fact, the only reason everybody is here is that we are trying to press this Graveguard against the railing here and force them to take a lot of damage without being able to fight back, really, which I think is working quite well here. I mean, if they were mortals and not undead, this would be a pretty scary sight. But it's kind of cool anyway, with all of the aerial units sort of hovering above them, plus this dragon among them. Even though it is a little wonky in terms of animations, just because it's an edge like this. And we're just gonna go ahead and get a few more harpies and stuff in here. Looks like Rakarth's gonna jump Krell a few times, and I don't know where Krell's going, but we are gonna chase him down. There we go. This turned out to be a really lovely battle, although it's kind of hard to match that Air Force. Ooh, and it looks like Krell has turned. Is he going to fight now? Is he going to take a swing with that nice little enchanted Chaos Axe that he's got? Come on, take a swing, buddy. Oh, no, he's going to turn away again. Well, wow, Rakarth's barely done any damage to him. He turned on a Seeker and a Heroic Killing Blow, and he's not doing anything with it. Let's see, otherwise, our War Hydra is at half HP. We do have enemy Karond Wraiths among us. I believe there was a Hex Wraith, the unit, on the field as well, that's back here waiting. So we do have to keep an eye on that, because they could surround and kill a Hydra in theory. That's why I decided to keep the Charybdis on this side and the Hydra on this side, just by being wary of the Hex Wraiths, mostly because they're one of my favorite units in the entire game. I just love Hex Wraiths. Let's see, War Hydra, yeah, you're taking so much damage that at this point I decided to start ignoring Krell and bring Bracchus and Rakarth down here to try to support this Hydra, especially as we have not yet broken through this gate. It's only at 26%, even though this other Hydra is trying to smack it around and is just, you know, raging at it a little bit. And aha, look at the Hex Wraiths. Speak of the ghosties. Well, looks like you guys are getting ready to come in, or at least you're getting closer. Moving along with a unit of skeleton spears, but, I don't know what the hell these Karond Wraiths are doing. They keep going up the walls and then down and up and down and up and down, and not in a good way. So, meh. Alrighty, and it looks like the Hex Wraiths are approaching now, and the Charybdis is going to head them off. I really wanted to get a nice Frost Breath on them. Let's see that in action. There is the cast coming in. They are going to charge the Charybdis. And you look happy back there too, don't you, Charybdis? And there we go. Here comes the breath. Let's see how effective this is. They were at full health before the breath here. And I imagine, oh, it's going to sail by quite a lot of them, unfortunately. But it should still do a decent amount of damage. Yeah, it drops them to nearly half HP. Still pretty damn good. Looks like, yeah, they're going to straight up hit half. And we are... we should still be able to apply poison to them. 15 damage. I wonder what type of damage poison is. Is it physical? Does ethereal... are ethereal units immune to poison? I feel like the debuff is there. I'm actually really curious as to how effective poison is against them. Yeah, they do have the toxic venom at them. But it could also be the Charybdis just straight up doing a ton of anti-large damage, and the fact that they're not as great at units that can hit a lot of them at the same time, because they can spread the damage. Otherwise, it looks like our Hydra, together with Rakarth, who is now at about, I don't know, 20%-ish HP, maybe closer to 25, they have managed to destroy the rest of those forces down there, and it looks like the Charybdis is indeed doing its job with the hex rates dropping very, very quickly and soon to be out of the running for good. Good job playing to your role there, Charybdis. There we go. It looks like they're going to get in a few of these skeleton warriors who have been pelted this entire time by our units of dark shards. We do have a bunch of other units waiting, hoping that this gate is brought down. Obviously, I switched the target back to the Karond Kar, who, while not taking a lot of damage from this, is better than nothing. I didn't want them firing down on this and causing armor-piercing damage to our heroic monsters who have been fighting this entire time. And now it looks like it's time to almost ignore the rest of this and go for that gate. And it looks like the Karond Kar are actually in a pretty bad way as well. They are in critical binding and damage sustained. I guess they don't appreciate the Dark Shard's constant attacks of them and the fact that there are a lot of army losses. There we go. These guys are crumbling now, and these guys will probably follow soon, considering they're in critical binding. What I should have done here is probably brought up the Charybdis right here to see if we can't get Abyssal Howl close enough. And it looks like the Skeleton Spearmen are going to head up there. Ooh, hello. Another little unit of zombies. I wonder if this was an actual unit or a summoned unit from Chem. Not that it matters that much. Let's get one of our fire breaths from the Hydra going. Come on, Hydra, you got this. They're just zombies. Not to, insult zombies too much. I absolutely adore zombies. They're also one of my favorite units in the game. Just because they're such a simple and effective tar pit. And I just love the feeling of having, like, hundreds or thousands of zombies from a vampire coming in, which it makes the faction feel more appropriate. Let's see, this Karond Kar unit is now crumbling. It looks like Corel is up here, but I think at this point Rakarth is so hurt that if we were to attack Corel, it would risk us taking damage. So instead I take Rakarth and I tell him to start attacking this gate. We want to break it through so our other full HP Hydra, which hasn't been able to participate this entire battle, can actually join in. And hopefully we can also get in some of these wolves. Obviously the Harpies, having done so much damage, are now off of the front lines. We really don't want any of them to die, especially as they are high level, and it looks like with the breaking of the gate, there appears to be some sort of morale effect, which is very interesting, because it's exactly at the point the gate broke, the entire enemy army started crumbling. So we are just going to go and send in Rakarth for one last adding insult to injury moment, or adding injury to insult moment, rather, and hit Kemmler himself. While our Hydras and our Wolves can break through the gate and actually charge the blob that they've got going on out here. I really wish that Rakarth had another breath or two that he could use, but oh well. Not a huge deal. And that is a Hydra breath. Speaking of breaths. Here we go. Bracchus is getting a lot of playtime. Which is, I guess, is appropriate for an Air Force, for a battle with a very nice air fight. There we go, and now the zombies are going to distract, but it looks like, Kemmler's crumbling, plus he is going to take a lot of damage, and there we go. The Wolves are coming in, the new Hydra, followed by the two units that were already damaged, are coming in, and they should be able to destroy this in a matter of a few seconds. Unfortunately, we can't really see what's going on because of those effects. Oh, there we go, like this. We see the units towering over them, and them all crumbling. Where is Kemmler? I've completely lost sight of him. He's in here somewhere. Oh, no, he isn't. He just got wrecked by Bracchus and Rakarth. Oh, can Rakarth hit people down there? I feel like... maybe his spear is too short, but I feel like he should be taking... be hitting people with his whip. I wish that they had added an animation for him, but it looks like it's only Bracchus that moves. I really feel like that's unfortunate. I was making the same comment about Imric and not using his Star Lance. But oh well, a heroic victory, and I think we definitely earned that one because it was a hell of a long battle. We did it systematically, and we managed to pull it off despite the fact that we had many, many hurt units, but it should pay dividends as we won't have to deal with... the rebellions anymore, or rather we will have to deal with them, but this place can actually defend itself because it has walls, so that's just nice to have. Plus we have all those trade goods. Anyway, let's see how much damage we managed to pull off. Let's see how well the Harpies did with all that Air Force fight as well.
Triumph as always.
Ooh, quite a battle, sir. Well, probably not surprisingly. We went in with a half HP force, and that certainly made sure that we had to work for our victory. And work we did, and we still came out on top. 86 losses, not too shabby, although we certainly took quite a bit of damage. My favorite part, definitely the Air Force battle. The Bats versus the Harpies. And it was 5-on-5. I don't actually remember what the hell happened to you. Why do you have 0 kills, 0? Did I maybe you got terrified off the field or something? Huh. I gotta go back over the video and try to remember. But anyway, let's see the damage. Ooh, the Charybdis did 62k, 47, and... well, you went in last. Huh. Surprisingly, the Charybdis has been doing really quite nicely. It's been beating out the Hydras periodically. Although it might have had a very nice breath when fighting the Hex Wraiths there, so... possibly fair enough. Rakarth did 54, lost to the Charybdis despite the 3 Dragon Breaths. He got 60k damage on Boudica despite the low kills because of all those crows. Otherwise, well, the Raven Heralds didn't do too much in terms of kills, only 93, but they brought down both the Vargulf and the enemy Corpse Cart all on their own, and they're quite good at sniping specialist units like that. I was also quite impressed with the enemy Vampire and how much damage she was able to deal to Rakarth personally. But anyway, I believe that's that. Let us occupy, or do we just loot and occupy? It's already going down to level 2 regardless. And we could use those slaves for a boost to income. Yeah, let's do it. Screw it. Loot and occupied goes down to level 2, and that's just fine by me. We'll pay to repair, and oh, that maxes out our slaves. Oh, damn. Oh, I didn't realize that. Because Karond Kar... okay, I screwed that up. You're also at no more slaves. So we need to receive slaves, but not additional slaves. All those extra slaves went nowhere. Damn. I would have thought, yeah, that was a massive error. Oh well, what can you do? What can you do? At least at max rate, we get how much money? 4k per turn, not too bad. Got a free standard of discipline. We got a Lich Killer, magic resistance plus 10 for Rakarth, as well as some free Winds of Magic upgrades. Certainly nothing to sneeze at, even if it's not amazing. But the Winds of Magic thing is decent there. Otherwise, I believe, oh yeah, we are way out of time. That battle took quite a while. Alright, well then that means next time we will continue to destroy the remaining forces of the Barrow Legion. They will most likely suicide on the Blackstone Post. And then what do we have here, by the way? We have an iron mine. Well, I guess we could build the iron mine, but most likely we'll need to build walls here, but we can't build walls anyway. Oh, you have slave pens here, ironically enough. That's interesting, but we're not going to bother with that. Let's delete you. We will build the iron mine, and then we'll probably build a Manors, which would also mean that we can upgrade the Dark Hold here. Just because Blackstone Post is going to be able to much easierly, it's going to have a much easier time defending itself. What about you, Karok Ziflin? Oh, you have only the single territory here, and it doesn't have walls. Alright, so if we can take a turn to heal and then attack you, destroy you, that would be quite lovely. And then, after that, yeah, well, that'll all obviously happen next episode. Plus, we will have the battle against the Skull Island, possibly a second Skull Island, depending on how hurt you get, or whether you actually even can do it. But I'm hoping that you can. But I guess that's a problem for next time. So with that said, as always, I do appreciate any and all feedback with regards to the gameplay or the way I do things on this channel. If you have a second, please do take it to leave a like and or a comment to support the channel. It really does help. As always, all glory to the algorithm, and thanks for watching.